Hello everyone, I will be talking to us on 10 reasons why you are still single. 10 reasons why you are still single. I don't want you, there might be myriads of reasons, but I'm just going to pick 10 out of them. I'll make 5 for the male and 5 for the female, because there are some combined peculiarities on why both the male and the female might still be single, and there are, special reasons or attributes why the male might be single and the female might be single. So 10 reasons why you are single. Number 1, I will starting with the male. The first 5 will be for the male and the last 5 will be for the female. So the first 5 for the male. 10 reasons why as a male you are still single. Number 1 is to check for family patterns. For family patterns, because now you can shy away from this reality, but this is the truth. You trace through your family, everyone in your family that are male from your father downwards, they married at 56. It is likely that you will duplicate. There's what we call genetics. Genetics is the encoding factor that measures your DNA, your behavior, your attribute, your character, your characteristics. So every generation, the root word for generation is from the word genetics. So from your generation, you get what genetics. So when you find out that there is an issue of late marriage in your family, in your bloodline, then it shows that this is now a pattern. It is likely to happen to you. So you deal with that squarely. Maybe you have brothers, they are not interested in marriage, you don't even want to get married. This is 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40, 50 years. Then you are likely to follow that suit. So check for patterns in your family. Check for patterns in your family. Number 2, the words of your mouth. Some of you have jokingly made statements that have gone into your future. You say, I don't even want to get married at all. I don't even want to get married at all. Now, the atmosphere records words and enforces them. You have said that for so much time, and the atmosphere have picked it. Now you are now discovering that you are not getting married, and you are not even seeing suitors coming because you have sent that word into your future. So you must be careful the kind of words you speak. Some say that out of carelessness and just jokingly, but most of the time those things end up happening. Number 3, for the male, when you have wrong ideologies about marriage. Some of you want to marry after making so much of money or after getting your PhD. A young man can say, I won't get married till, after I've had like 1 billion in my account, or I have had my PhD, which is your Peking husband degree. You might not want to get married till after you have attained those things. And now you have just gotten the PhD and you are now discovering that it is pulling you down. You are not seeing anybody coming. You are now so old that no lady wants to get married to you. So your ideologies and your concept or mindset about marriage might be making you single. So change that. Alright. Number 4 is bad dressing. Bad dressing. You dress with class, shave your hair, and you bathe regularly, smell nice. Some of you are very unattractive. See, humans are visual in nature. Humans are visual in nature. Someone can see you and within the first 2 seconds have concluded and can give a presentation about you like they've known you for 50 years. Someone can see what I say for the first 2 seconds, and within that 2 seconds they conclude you, and when they give a presentation about you, it will feel like they've known you for 50 years. So humans are visual. You dress so rough, you don't keep your hair, you don't shave your hair, your beard, you don't wash your clothes look so unironed, and you feel you are unattractive. And no lady wants to marry a madman. They've seen a lot around their environment. They won't want to carry one from there into their home. So be attractive enough, or like we will say in our environment here, be presentable. Somebody should be able to, a present, like giving a gift, should be able to present you to someone else and say, this is my fiancé, this is my fiancé. Do you understand that? Number 4 or number 5 rather, is the desire to make it in life before settling down. Desire to make it in life before settling down. Now, either ways, a second of his time has not known the value of life. So nobody is saying that you shouldn't make it on time before you think of marriage. But it should also call for you to start early in life and plan early in life. Because settling down has its own advantage on time when you settle down on time. Imagine you are still training your child in primary school at the age of 75. You know that's going to put so much of a pressure on you because that's your retirement season. An age where you should be relaxing and resting. So do all you can to make sure you put your best in life and you don't experience delay that will cause you not to want to settle down on time. Now for the female, still the same thing, check for patterns in your bloodline, which is number 6. Check for patterns in your bloodline. If you find that all the ladies in your bloodline are marrying very late, you are likely to be the next. You will likely duplicate that same pattern. So check for that and address it as much as you can. And also number 7, control the words of your mouth. I'm not interested in any guy. I don't want to marry. Now you are not the interest. You are the one even looking for the guys to propose to now. You didn't know those words you were speaking. You have sent them into your future and they've been there waiting for you. Now you are finding it difficult to have suitors because you said those things for yourself. Now some of us will think these are jokes or these are just spiritual matters. No, these are universal laws. The words we speak have effect on the earth. I know of a young lady who, when we were growing up, she was small, she kept saying, I want to go abroad, I'm going to finish my school abroad. And here you are. She was done with school, all things being equal, ways just open, she's abroad studying. And she kept saying that. So those are powerful principles we must take note of. Number 7, also when you have wrong ideologies about marriage. Some ladies say, I'm going to have my master's, I'm going to have my PhD, I'm going to have my, before I get married. If our suitors are coming, say, no. I'm not saying those things are not good, but just plan your life well. Everything requires adequate planning. You can't spend all your time and just reading, amassing degrees. That's not why you came to the earth. So your ideology can also make you remain single. And number 4, pride. Pride, when you are feeling some guys are not in your class and not in your standard. You keep having suitors coming, you size them from top to bottom. Say, this is not my level. This is not my class. It's not my type of guy. As a lady, very soon, you still see your guy type. You understand? You'll be the one looking for the guy now and giving him the type. So watch all these things, all right? Watch all these things. I'm not saying you shouldn't have your own taste, but let your taste not be unrealistic. And that leads me to the 8th point, which is setting unrealistic standards of the type of man you want to settle down with. When you check the list of some ladies, their checklist of the kind of man they want, you know that such a man does not exist. They are still manufacturing such a man in heaven. You know, he must be tall, dark, and some dollar-loaded. He must have, a touch of a man of God with a touch of David too, and a touch of, Bill Gates. You are just mixing things that are not realistic. Don't worry, you are still single. Very soon, you will still be an album or an EP. Continue with unrealistic lists, unrealistic attributes of what you want out of a man. What matters is that you might not see a perfect man, but you can find that imperfect man perfectly. You might not see a perfect man, but you can find that imperfect man perfectly. So watch that. Number 9 is a bad attitude that dispels people. Some of you have very terrible attitude. The way you speak and talk to men are just terrible. And nobody wants to settle down with such kind of a lady. Bad attitude, bad way of speaking, bad way of dressing. You dress, you look like your village goddess. You see, guys will run away from you. Because one thing about the main factor is that they have pride and ego. So if they want to go out with a lady, they want to be able to show their friends comfortably and speak among their peers that this is the person I am going out with. So you must check these things and don't just spiritualize them. These are realities of life. Check your attitudes. If your behavior is terrible, people will run away from you. Your character is the proof that you are educated, not just the amount of things you crammed while you were in school. So adjust your character. Don't talk to guys rudely. Don't treat people rudely. Be cautious in your behavior, cautious in your speaking, cautious in your dressing. Greet people, respect them, and show them genuine honor and love. Finally, when you always hang around a particular person without anything going on between you, you remain single for a very long. In fact, you soon become an album. And from an album, you become an EP. You have one particular young brother hanging around you. You are walking all over the locality, your area, everywhere with him. And you say nothing is going on between two of you. And a guy is out there trying to say, I like this sister, but it looks like she's already engaged. And you conclude in your mind that we are just friends with that. And everywhere, 24/7, you're always with that guy. You will stay long in your singlehood till you become an album. And if you are a man, you behave this way too, just hanging out all the time with only one lady. And you are now finding out, why am I asking other ladies out and they are refusing? Don't worry. You are not just a bachelor, you soon be a manchelor. And I told you, you will soon become from a manchelor to a pensioner. Because you become a pensioner in your bachelorhood. So take these things to heart. We joke with a lot of these things, but these are the things that can keep us to remain single. If you want to get married, so many people might have the decision. It's a choice. That's my last point, and as I conclude my broadcast today, the last reason why many people are single is because they choose to, and don't force them. Some just want to remain a celibate for life. Some just want to remain the way they are. They don't just want to have anything to do with a relationship. That's their decision, and they owe no one an explanation. It is not forced compulsory that you must get married. It might be your choice, and your choice is highly respected. Thank you for joining me. See you some other time. You can go through all of my contents on my channel, and I assure you, you will be motivated and stirred up to make positive change in all aspects of your life that will advance the cause of your life. Thank you. See you next time.